All right, hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to Social Media Friday. This week we're going to be having a special type of Social Media Friday. Usually we have something specific that we're going to be teaching you guys, but today we're going to be having you guys asking the questions to Jared and I, a Q&A. So hopefully you guys brought some questions for us that you guys can ask, maybe challenges that you're going through on social media, things that maybe have been holding you up from sharing or posting or connecting with people, and ideally some technical difficulties. I know last time we had some questions that we were like, wait, how do I do that? How do I connect my Instagram to my Facebook and my Facebook to my Instagram and some of those things? So what I really want to do is open it up for all of you guys, and we have Jared here with us as well. We're going to do our best. We're not experts by any means, but we have learned over the years. And so we want to do our best to help you. We can't maybe answer every single question because we don't know everything. But you do also have a YouTube University that I personally use for almost every question that I have when it comes to technical stuff. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and open it up to you guys. And what questions do you guys have? You can unmute the mic and go ahead and answer. I'll do my best to look at the comments as well. So yeah, let's open up for you guys. I know Ali G always has some questions.
Okay, I have a question. I had made, not this last Danceroo video I just did on my status, but the one before that, I had made minute videos and then I posted it on Instagram. I pressed story and I uploaded it. And then when it transferred, like actually both on Instagram and on Facebook, it didn't get the end of every bit. It was like not it, and it seemed like a lot was not included. It wasn't just like a few words at the end. So please enlighten me with why. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, I think I can answer that one if you want, Jared. So what I think is happening is, and I do this as well. So sometimes I know that it's going to go to a story. So I want it to be like 1 minute long, right? But what I noticed is when I post it into the story, it's a little bit longer than a minute for whatever reason. I think the timer in Instagram stories, I don't know, is quite as accurate. So for example, if I post something that is 1 minute into the stories, it'll cut off like the last 3-5 seconds sometimes, right? Even though you would think 15, 15, 15, 15 would be 1 minute, but for some reason it's not. So what I do in that situation is I'll go in my phone camera, like the gallery, and I can edit the photo, right? So for example, I'll make it, if the video is, if I post it onto Instagram and I see a certain part is cut off, like let's say the last 5 seconds, I'll go to that video and I'll edit it in my phone and I'll just take that last 5-second piece and make that into the story. So then it'll be 5 stories instead of 4. Does that make sense?
It does, but it's already posted it automatically because like, are you catching that after it's already been posted?
Yeah.
So then how are you getting this edited 5-second part to go in order of each one?
So it would be at the very end.
Sorry. And also tell me the step to save it. Just hold on one second. Are you also pressing save so that it goes on your phone? Or I guess I've already done it on my phone. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, it would already be on your phone. You wouldn't need to hit save. I can show you an example real quick on my phone so that you can see, so that this will make sense. Let me just make myself the host real quick. 1 second on my phone.
I guess I shouldn't have cut you off. Now we're off topic.
No, it's okay. No, I'll just share my screen because that's what we're here for, to give you an example. So if I'm in my, let's say this was a birthday party recently that we had. Okay, so let's say I wanted to edit this video. At the very bottom of this, I have an edit feature. And then when it pops up, and this is on, I have a Samsung, so I don't know how it is exactly, but
edit feature is the edit feature the pen symbol?
The pen symbol, yeah. And then like, let's say it cut off the last 5 seconds, I'll just slide the little cursor to the last 5 seconds, I'll see which part got cut off on the story. And let's say it's the last 5. I'll hit save. Then it'll save that video. And then I upload that one. And since I know the end got cut off, then I know that I only need to put the last 5 second. And then I would go to my Instagram. And then I would post that on my story.
So it will automatically put it with the, so
It'll- If you already posted,
yeah,
if you already posted the first part of the story, like you already posted like the first minute, or let's say first 55 seconds on your story, then it's already there. So then what you need to put is the end, because that's all that's missing. And the story goes in order.
I see. Okay, because I did all of them at the same time. So I guess you do 1 minute, then you
Uh-huh.
look at how it looks,
Uh-huh.
make sure it's good, and then you put like the continuation of your thing, and then, okay, I see. Do you guys use one of those things where you press the button and then it makes your phone go on automatically?
So you mean like recording without hands?
Yeah, it's like a little thing that you press.
Oh, like a Bluetooth,
A remote.
a remote Bluetooth?
Yeah, one of these things where you can just go like this and then it's taken your picture or recorded. Is this what you guys use when you're doing your videos?
I have in the past, but the feature on like the Reels or TikTok, it has a timer feature already. So you can set a timer, like, when you set a timer on your phone, like for a picture, you're gonna take a picture and you could set like 5 seconds or 10 seconds before it takes the picture. You can do that as well on Reels. I'll just show you really quick since we're right here. It's a good question and it won't take that long. So if I'm gonna go post, let's say a Reel. Let's see. Okay, so if I'm on Reels and I want to set a timer, you see the timer button? It's a
No,
little clock.
oh,
It's
the
a little clock.
15? Okay.
It looks like a little clock on the left,
Oh, okay, yeah,
a little stopwatch.
yeah.
So if you tap on that, you can choose countdown and you can choose 10 seconds. If I tap on the countdown, it could be either 10 seconds or 3 seconds.
Oh, that's good.
And then if
Okay.
I let's say to set timer, right, for 3 seconds. Now, when I tap on the record button in the middle, and I tap on that, it's going to count down to 3. And now I don't need my hands, and it'll start recording without my hands in the timer. So that's how that'll work.
That's good. That's better. That's better. So I guess, okay, so interesting. So you still keep your videos to around a minute, maybe 56 seconds though. Like that's what you all do. And then you just post one at a time. And it's when you first post it, it's going to be weird because it will only be each part. And then eventually you're going to look like there's no way to see, there's no fast way of doing it. It's just right when you post it, it's going to only be one, and then you're going to edit it and then put that, and then you're going to do the second video.
The only reason I would do that, what you're saying, is if I really, really wanted that one to be on there and I'm like, dang, it has the last part cut out, but I need that last part to be in there. Otherwise, I'll put it in the spot where it makes sense. Stories make more sense about 15 seconds a piece. Reels, same, about 15 seconds, but they can be up to a minute. If I want longer videos, like I'll post on Facebook or Instagram TV or YouTube if I want longer than a minute. So those are the different places like that I would post. So that's not a common situation that you're describing that I would do only if I really, really wanted that video and it just happened to be longer than a minute and I really wanted it my story. Does that help?
It does. Thank you.
So your minute ones, like you could put them on the Reels because it could be up to a minute, but they're not likely to be as successful because it's designed for short videos, like 15 seconds.
A reel, sorry, I hope it's okay that I ask this one more quick. I'll just ask this and then other people. When you press reel, that's gonna, when you forward it over to Facebook, you're gonna get that thing saying watch video, right? That's what a reel is. And then a story, you see the like each little part.
The story is inside your like when you click on your profile and you can see like a series of stories, you know, where people are, well, I'll just show you really quick, just because it might be,
I hope
be-
this applies to everybody else too.
yeah, I'm sure, probably.
Okay, all right, thumbs
All right,
up.
I'll just show really, really quick the difference. Oops, I did not mean to do camera. Okay, so if I'm on my Instagram and I'm looking at my Instagram at the very top, I have a bunch of different people, right? And it says your story. So when I click on that, this is my story. So what's inside my story? So when I'm talking about what is your story? This is your story. It's what you post in this section. All right. When I'm talking about what is my reel. So if I go to my page, what are the reels? So these are my posts on my page. The reel is the little play button next to the little grid. So if I tap it, you can see the one that I'm tapping. These are my reels on
Okay,
my page. Then this one, these are my videos that are longer than a minute, that are my lives or videos that I uploaded that are longer than a minute. And then that's as simple as it is, your regular post, and that's everything that you post. This is your reels, and these are your videos longer than a minute. It used to be called Instagram TV. It still kind of is. Does that make sense?
yeah. Yeah. So a reel will not be on like your status bar. If you forward it to Facebook,
If you choose, you can choose to put a reel on your story if you want to, or you can choose to take that reel and put it on Facebook if you want to. It won't automatically go there unless you select it.
okay. And it will just, it won't get broken up. It will just have a watch now and then they can click on it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It won't be broken up. Like stories will be broken up 15 seconds a piece at max. Like it could be less. It could be a 5-second one.
That's
Okay,
more.
so, all right, so let's go next question. The next person, let's go Cheryl Johnson. Go ahead.
Okay, when we're doing a live on Instagram, if someone's doing a live with me, how can she share it to my page so I can post it on my Instagram page also?
To post it, okay. So I can't answer that one. I can't answer that one. Jared, do you want to answer that one or?
Hey, Cheryl. So
Hey.
it's not so straightforward because that content exists on their page only, and for you to just you could share it, but it wouldn't be the full thing. What you would do is like you would share it as a post or something like that, and it wouldn't actually play. It would send them back to the first person's page. What I do is like whenever we do a good live, I record it, I download it on my computer, and then I post it either on my Instagram or I post it on our YouTube page. So do you have a laptop? Do you have a computer?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's a website. I'm just gonna look for it right now. If you have Google, just write Instagram Video Ripper. And then I think it's like the first one. I think it's called igram.io. Let me see if this one works. Yeah. Okay.
Can you
So
just repeat that name real quick?
yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat actually. And there's a whole bunch of different sites that do this. Like there's video, like for Instagram ripping, for Facebook ripping. Ripping means you're kind of stealing a video. Okay. So when you go to that site, it's asking for a URL. It's asking for a web address to that live. So that's why on your computer, it's a better bet because you can't get that URL from Instagram on your phone. Go on your computer, go open up the live, and then you'll see a URL bar. So you're going to copy that and then paste it into that website. It'll save the video, and then you have the video. It's usually a live, like a 30-minute live is usually around 250 megabytes. So it gets pretty big. And then once you have that, you could upload it to Instagram from your computer or to your YouTube or whatever you want. There's also, you could screen record it. I mean, it depends on how much storage you have on your phone. to screen record the entire thing would take a lot of memory, but you're just going to record it, post it, and then you could delete it off your phone. So there's always that option, right? Do you know how to screen record, Cheryl?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have an iPhone? What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone.
Okay. Can you make me host, Kevin, and I'll show you how to do it. Maybe if there's anyone in the waiting room first, you can let them in, but I don't think so. Okay. So Sam has an easier way. I'll just show you how to do a screen recording fast, and then Sam, if you don't mind sharing right after. Am I the host? Yeah, it says I'm host.
You're the host now, and also after this, I can show you how to do it on your phone as well. What you're asking as well, Cheryl.
Thank you.
So sometimes like you don't need to record the whole live. You just want a piece of the live, right? So what I do is, you guys can see my screen, right? You can, when you swipe down from the top right, you get all these options, right? This one on the bottom left is screen record, the one that's flashing there. And then usually you'll have all those shortcuts like flashlight and stopwatch, calculator. If you don't have that circle record button, you just need to turn it on in your settings. So I believe that is Control Center. And then these are the ones on the top, the included controls. I have screen recording already here. You see, like it's right here. So if you don't have it, then find it here on the bottom and then add it, press the little plus button and add it to your shortcuts, and then it will appear here. And then you can just screen record anything. It records the video and the audio of whatever you're watching. So yeah, it's super easy to do that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make you host again, Kev. Okay, so Sam, do you want to, yeah, Sam or Kevin, do you want to share your technique?
Yeah, I'll share real quick how to do it on the phone as well. Let me see. All right, so what I do if I want to take a live and I want to share that live onto my page or onto someone else's page, like let's say just this one, even though it's on mine, I'll select the live, I'll select the 3 dots in the top right, and then I'll hit copy link. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is I have an app called Regrann. So REGRANN. I'll click on that one and then it'll automatically start downloading it because that's just how the app works because I just copied the link. So it'll start downloading, and then when I'm done, I'm not gonna let this go because it'll be a while. I'll hit save when I'm done, and then it'll save it to my gallery. Then the next thing that I do, so Instagram, in order to post a video that's longer than 1 minute on Instagram, because if you just post this right to Instagram and the post, it'll cut it out the first minute. It'll only post the first minute. You need to upload it to Instagram TV. So there's an app right here, it says IGTV. It used to be connected within the app, but for some reason they made it separate. So if you click on IGTV, you tap on that, and then the top right, you have the plus button. Once you're on the top of the plus button, you can either upload, make a video just right from there if you really want, that's longer than a minute, hands-free, or at the bottom left, you have your gallery, and then I could select that video that I just chose, right? It's white because I didn't let it download all the way, but it would be there. So these, you can upload videos that are longer than a minute. So let's say I chose this one, right? Workout video. I can choose also the gallery from the gallery, so I can make it like maybe a really nice looking one, like whatever I want it to look nice so it fits with my feed. Hit next, and then I can add in, the title, the description. I can even add it to series. I've been adding different videos to series so that people can, like, if they watch it, maybe they can binge watch it. Men's Health Mondays, gut health mindset, all the healing journeys that we have, all the healing stories. I save here as well. You can, edit the profile color, make it visible on Facebook if you want. So there's quite a few features that you can do, and that's great because you can upload like a longer video than 1 minute to Instagram, which is great, and it will go right to your feed as well. So yeah, that's how you can upload videos like that. Oops.
Thank you.
Sam, what was your idea? If you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, so I have a one-step process. It's only one app that you need. It's called Instant Save. And it's literally, you go to the app and you can do reels, you can do posts, you can do lives, you can do all the types of, and there's only 4 steps. So you go into your app called Instant Save, and then you're going to, there's a little bar on it that says, go to Instagram. So you'll click that and it takes you to your Instagram. Then you search for whatever content you're looking for. If you just did a live with Kevin, you'd go to Kevin's page, you would go to that live, and same kind of steps, you would click on the 3 bars, copy the link, but then at the top left corner, it says go back to Instant Save. And as soon as you hit that, it records it. And then it's in your library after that. So I've got I can do it with a reel if I wanted to reshare someone's reel. And it also has within that same app where you can choose to post it straight from there. And it will allow you to post it with or without that caption. Like if you literally just wanted their entire caption and you wanted to credit them, then you would do that. But I like to just hit save and it goes to my camera and then I give it my own caption. But yeah, it's just one app and it's like a 4-step process, and then it's super easy peasy. Because I've had to do this since we've been doing our 30 days of stories, and I've got the bar along the side, and I'm like, that means you have to do 2 posts in between. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't do my second post. So I'll go to that app, I'll record my live that I just did, and then I'll delete it off my Instagram once it's saved, and then I make my other post, and then I just re-upload it. So it's super easy peasy. It's called Instant Save.
But the
Hey
only
there, we're
challenge,
still
I have
in
a
the
question
meeting.
with that really quick. The only thing
Yeah.
is you wouldn't, if you wanted to take somebody, a live that you did with somebody else and put that on your
Yes,
your
I've
page,
done that. Yeah.
you
so
can
when
put the full like beyond 1 minute
Yeah.
in the uploads.
Yeah, because I've done that when I've been interviewed by someone and I'm like, that was a really good live. I want it on my page too. And so I'll do it the same steps.
It won't videos be on your page if your name is tagged?
No, unfortunately.
Not on Instagram.
No? Okay.
All right, so that answers your question. Yeah, Cheryl, we can
Thank
move
you
on.
very
Let's do Kimberly Sanders, I think was next.
Thank you all so much for your wisdom and your amazingness. I'm wondering, so I'm sure you've seen Michelle Boersma, and she will talk and have all these little clips, but it doesn't seem like she's pausing and then uploading one, pausing, uploading one. And this is on Facebook stories. And then it also makes it so that she can have the captions. I'm wondering if you can tell me that, and even just what's your favorite way to do captions? I guess it would be a reel, but it seems like it's long. Like what she's up to is like a really long story, but she's not cutting off at 15 seconds. It's like this long story, but it'll be like boop, 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 boop. Does that make sense with those words?
Well, I'm looking at her page right now and she has nothing on her stories right now. But I'm looking on her Instagram. Let me see on her Facebook so I can see what you're talking about.
Hey, Kim, if you upload to your stories, like let's say on Facebook, you upload from your phone a minute long video, it's going to break it up into 50-second chunks automatically for you.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like when it does that, it won't do the whole thing. It'll just do that little clip.
It'll just do first 15 seconds and then cut off the rest.
Yes.
I mean, can you
Yeah,
validate?
so go ahead, what'd you say?
When you upload like a minute long video as a story, doesn't it break it up like it does on Instagram?
Yeah, normally it definitely does break it up. It's not doing that on Facebook or Instagram, you're saying, Kim?
I thought Facebook, I thought, I just never knew that I could do it like that. But so you can put a long video on stories is what you're saying. So
Up to a minute though. Like, let me see if I can show you.
minute. Okay, I mean, maybe it is a minute. And then on stories, let me see if I did this. Is there, and then can you share with me how you put the words, the captions? Because I think that's coming through Instagram, right? Or can you have like big lettering?
So yeah, I know what you're saying. I do it from Instagram. So if I have, let's say there's a video that needs some captions. Is this one gonna work? No. Where's one that's someone talking? Okay, well, this one is someone's talking. So this will be an example. Okay, so this one right here, if I was gonna add the captions, I'm gonna select at the very top, the little icon that has the little face, the smiley face, where I'm gonna tap on that, and then I have an option right here. It says captions.
Yep.
So I type on captions, and then it's gonna transcribe the audio, whatever's happening.
Okay.
And then at the very top, it has the A with the 2 stars. I can select on that, and it can be either black. Oops. It can be black or white. Then I hit done, and I can move it around.
Got it.
And make it bigger or smaller. If there's a typo, for example, like within it, I can tap on it once, tap on it twice, and then I can adjust the words, like a word if they didn't pick up the word properly and I know what it was really trying to say. And then I hit done, and then if I want to continue working on this, because this video was 4 minutes long, but look, it only got the first minute. So then I would select at the very bottom the next slide, and then I would do the same thing. I would add in the caption, add whatever else I wanted to it.
Why don't you do this in Reels so that it wouldn't break it up?
And tell me what one you just
could do
were
that
doing.
as well. You
What
could do
was
it in
that,
Reels as well.
story?
That was in story, because that's what I thought
Okay.
you were asking.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Kim, what I would do is, like, let's say you're going to record a minute long video of yourself talking and you want captions on it. Go into Reels, record your video, do captions, and then just save it, download it to your phone. And then you have it, so then repost it as a story on Facebook, and then it should break it up.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's the best.
thank you.
There's also a cool thing when you're doing your captions. If it mishears you and writes a word incorrectly, you could edit the captions. I don't know if you know how to do that, but you tap on it and then you scroll through it like a script, and then you could edit words, you can highlight words, things like that.
Before I go away, can you guys share with us how you put your faces in the background of a video or like of a story that you're posting? Like Allison did it to say, come to Kimberly Sing, and Kevin did too. So you're like recording yourselves on top of a post, green screen.
Yeah, you want to show that one, Jared? Or you want me to show it? You know how?
I think you're the master and you're already so let's do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll show you that one.
I know how to do it in story. I couldn't find it in Reels how to do it, but I found it in stories.
Yeah, I don't know in Reels how to do it, but I do know how to do it in the story. So if you're in your story, right, what you need to do first is at the very bottom, you have like these little filters, like you can switch over, like if I want to be a cat, right, I can be a cat, or there's lots of different things that you could do. But if you scroll all the way to the right, you have this search feature. So if you hit search, this is if you don't have it. If you already have it, then it'll be a little bit easier. So you can search all the different effects. There's all kinds of different fun effects that you could do. But if you search green screen, okay, so the first one, green screen from Instagram. And then the bottom right, there's like a little checkbox. Like you can save it so that you can use it easier later. So it says save to camera. And then if you want to use it now, you hit try it. So I'm going to try it, and then it's going to put the green screen in the background. And now I can choose the media that I want to use. And my particular background is white right now. So that works well because like it just needs to be a solid color. And so if I hit add media, then I can choose, like, let's say this picture, like if I wanted to talk about social media Fridays, but what you notice is for some reason, it's like zoomed in on the picture. I don't know if this is an Android thing or not, but if I pinch my face and make it smaller and put it in a certain location like this, and then I release, it changes the picture to normal. If I do it again, it'll go back. So I don't know exactly why. But then if I was ready to talk to the camera, I can either hold that button down and talk for up to a minute on the story. If I didn't want to hold my hands there because I wanted to do some hand gestures and do some pointing, I would, the arrow at the very left, there's a drop down. It gives you a few other options and you have hands free. So what I do is I'll select hands free and then I'll tap it and I'll tap the middle button and start talking because it'll be hands free. So that's how I would get that little green screen and talk about what's going on there. And so, yeah, that's how it works.
Thank you so much.
All right, welcome. All right, cool. So let's see, next question. Let's go Sam next. You have a hand up, Sam.
I raised my hand when Charlotte asked that question, and I was actually just like, oh, I need to lower my hand. And then you were like, Sam's next.
Okay, that's all right. I think the question in the chat came first. My mom says, can you do the same thing on Facebook stories? I think so. I don't know if I've done it. Let me see real quick if you can, because I'm not sure. Are you sure about that one, Jared, or you're not sure?
Sorry, what was the question?
Oh, it looks like you can. I went on. It looks like you can do it. I'll just show you guys really quick because it was just like really fast to find. The question was, can you do the green screen on Facebook? So I just went to my Facebook and I pressed it'll load. I pressed create story. And then at the very top, it has text, music, green screen, boomerang, and selfie. So I just tap on green screen and it looks like you could choose all these different options, like scenes. If you want to be like in like another place or whatever, like in a tropical place, or from your camera roll. So the same thing that I just had, camera roll. So it looks like you can. Okay, so next question, we have, let's say Angela, next question.
Hi, I was wondering, how do you put text throughout the reel? I know you told me before, but for some reason it's not clicking. So like not just right on the first, like say it's a 7-second reel, 8-second reel, and you want to put text throughout. How do you do that?
Okay, yeah, you want to answer that one, Jared? How to add text onto a reel?
Yeah, for sure. Do you mind just making me host and I'll demo?
Yeah.
So it's a weird question because by default, when you add text to a reel, it goes on for the whole time. It'll be on the whole video. You actually have to change it, the in and out points if you want, but I'll just show you how that looks. Okay, so we're gonna make a reel. What do I do? I click in the middle, reels, I click the camera.
Wait, hold on one sec. You're not sharing the screen.
Oh shit, let me see.
It's all good.
Let me do it again. Hold on, screen, start broadcast, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm in Reels. I'm gonna make my new reel. So I'm just gonna load up a video clip that I have. So let's say this one, I'll add it. I'll click preview so I can start making my titles, right? So it's not playing back because it's a glitch, but okay, so I click the top right to make a title. And I say working out, click done. So now this title, see on the bottom left here, I can select the title. Okay, it's defaulting to be on for the whole video. It's on there the whole time. So if I don't want it on the whole time, then I would choose, I grab the handles on the beginning or the end here, and then decide where I want it to start and where I want it to end. So working out, and then it disappears. So I don't know, does that answer your question, Angela?
Yeah, thank you so much. And then what was the button that he pushed, Kevin pushed when he was talking to Kimberly? Not the green screen, the other thing.
Captions.
Yeah, I think it was captions.
Captions. We'll go ahead, Jared, if you want to show captions.
Sure. So it looks like a little sticky note at the top, the little happy face,
Uh-huh.
like that. And then this is how you access like GIFs and things like that. There's, see on the left side, captions.
Mm-hmm.
You just click that and it'll transcribe the audio, and then it will
Cool.
show off this clip so that.
Thank you. And then how do you choose effective hashtags?
How do you add hashtags to a reel?
How do you like choose them? Like choose effective ones? Like choose them? Like
I don't think
how do you figure out which ones you do?
I choose what I think is related to what I'm talking about, and or targets that I'm trying to reach. You know, like maybe I really want certain people to see this. You know, so it's up to you.
Okay.
And yeah, some are trending, some are not. You could look up. You could go on Google searches and find, you know, trending hashtags in this niche. You could be like, what are trending hashtags in the holistic health space? What are trending hashtags in the nutrition organic space, you know, stuff like that. And you can find ones that are relevant. And then something I want to add about the text, I think are very, very important. I saw like a statistic, I think it's like 70% of people watch videos without the sound. So the text is so important. The text could be your text could be so much value to someone that they say, I want to click on this because of what the text, like what's going on there. Like I want to watch that because the texts are good, right? So I think texts are very important when it comes to making your reels and adding them in your little videos, especially you got like less than 3 seconds to engage someone. So what does the first 3 seconds look like that's going to engage them? All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, all good. All right. So next, yeah, for the hearing impaired as well. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, good. So next question we have, Chloe.
Hey, yeah. So I just recently, like my Facebook and Insta has always been connected, right? So everything I share from Insta always goes straight to Facebook. And then just suddenly, like, I don't know how long it was ago, maybe like a month ago, it just stopped working. But then sometimes I'll randomly post something on Facebook and it'll post to my IG, but it will be completely random. And I've checked like my settings in my Instagram and it says that it's all connected, but like I haven't changed anything and it's just stopped working and it's really annoying. I don't know if you guys know anything about that or like any settings that I can check or something.
That one, maybe Jared might be able to help with, maybe.
Yeah, I think like it's weird that it was working, stopped working. I don't know much about, like, I know integrations is the setting that you need to fiddle with, but in terms of like having a professional account and like a business account, I don't know if that might play a role in it, but I'll share my screen. Sorry, can you make me host again, Kevin? I'll share my screen. I'll show you from, so you know that you can only go from Instagram to Facebook, right? Like that's the direction of mirroring. You can't do a post on Facebook and then have it mirror automatically on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you
can?
can. You can, yeah.
Okay.
Like but it happens to me randomly. And sometimes like I'll post a video as well on Facebook and it'll just pop up on my Instagram grid. It's like really weird.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe this could shed some light on it. So I would go to, I know you've said you played around with your settings. So on my account, I'll do settings, and then I think it's because of this thing, the Meta Account Center that they just updated, where you have story and post sharing. Select an account to control how you share your story. So share from, this is my Facebook, and then you could say automatically share and then toggle these on at the bottom, stories, posts, reels. And every time I make like a reel or a post, it asks me, do you want to share this to Facebook as well? So Do you have this setting on Instagram, this Meta account center?
Yeah, I do. And I think it's been not working since it's changed to Meta.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you have to, I'm not sure what to do inside this Facebook to change it, but here there's this hold on, creator, connect to Facebook page. Do you know about this creator thing, Kevin?
Yeah, I have creator. On my Instagram account is set up as creator. And then when I select connect Facebook page, I connected an existing page, my current Facebook page. Because when you create a new one, it'll just create a new Facebook page with the same name, which you might not want because you're trying to connect your existing Facebook. And I think sometimes especially some of these apps, when they come out with something new, like new features, sometimes it's only in certain areas. Like there's even people that are in the US and you're like, oh, well, I'm in the US, well, it's not in Texas for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it is like that with some of these apps and some of the new features. And I can only imagine they change their whole name in Meta and how many glitches there probably is. Some of it just might be straight glitches, that happen, but you could also look to updating the app. Sometimes people need to update their app, go to your Play Store or go to your App Store and update the app. Sometimes that works, restarting the phone, uninstalling the app and reinstalling it. Sometimes that fixes the issues.
Yeah, and reconnecting, like pairing your Facebook account, then unpairing it, and then pairing it again. Yeah, it's weird that it goes on and off. So I'm sorry I don't have more information there, but this is.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Someone had a question.
I was gonna say something else to Chloe really quick. Sharing from if it shares from Facebook to Instagram, right? I noticed that feature isn't always on. But sometimes if you scroll to the bottom of the post, you'll see it. It's like the last thing. And I think on the first page, it whatever on your screen, it's not there, but you scroll down and it'll give you the option to put into from Facebook to Instagram. And I think you just might need to select it off. And I think it's a little bit hidden, but that's what I've noticed.
It's really handy for one thing, because if I post someone else's live on my Facebook, like a really long one, it posts to my Instagram grid, which is awesome.
I've never seen that. I didn't even know that was possible.
So that's cool. But then it's it just does it randomly. Okay, that's amazing. I'll just try deleting everything and starting fresh and just resetting all the settings. Thank you guys.
Welcome.
I see you have the question one quick, Angela, the Linktree one I'll answer. Did you read the Linktree blog? How to create a Linktree? Purium has a blog about how to set up your own Linktree. So if you go to the blog section and look Linktree, you could do that. But also seriously, YouTube is really, really easy for setting up the Linktree. Okay, so next question. Let's see. Was that going to be your question, Angela? That you have your hand raised?
Oh yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Can you just say what a Linktree is?
Basically, it's a place where you can have all your links in one place. So it really started because of Instagram. Instagram, you can only put one link in your bio, whereas other social media sites at the time, you could put more than one. And so if you click on one link, it opens all of your links. So I mean, I'll just show mine really quick since we're on that topic. And it's really not hard to set up. Because I think it can really help give you some ideas as well on how to create your own. Hold on, I need to make myself host. 1 second on my phone. All right, so if I look at my Linktree real quick, if you look at the top of my page, I can only put one link in my bio. So what do I, it's hard to decide. I have so many that I could choose from that I would want people to go to. So the link tree is great because then you could put multiple things. So like I have a great study about the aminos is the first one. It's a really, really great study about the aminos. I have the ultimate lifestyle transformation video. I mean, not the link to it. I have the toxin that came to get to dinner, a free book, and then some more information. I even have some like a video from YouTube for my YouTube, and then just a few other things. You know, just you could put what you want, videos that you like, links to buy, any link, anything that's a link you could put on here. You know, you could put your link to your TikTok, your link to your YouTube. If you have other things, it's totally up to you. Some people keep it really simple, have one or two things. Some people have like their whole life on there. And then you also can also add in, the reason why I don't have any of my other socials on there, because at the bottom, like all my socials are there as well. So so it's just one link with everything, you know, all my social stuff kind of all in one place. That's really what the link tree is. All right. That answers that question. All right, next question, I think. Let's go Kimberly Sanders and then Ali G.
Thank you again. I'm curious, when I post a picture from Instagram and it'll scoot over to my Facebook, it'll cut the picture off. Like it won't be the whole picture. Is there something I can do to do that? Do I have to always make a picture smaller on Instagram to post it to start with? And I don't always like assume that it's going to post on my Facebook, which I think is what Chloe was saying. So every once in a while I'll post on Instagram and then it'll like sometimes be on Facebook, but not every time.
Usually what I know is Instagram is way more picky about the sizing of the pictures. And Instagram, Facebook, you could post any size video and it'll just automatically, you know, form the right size. So I'm not even sure why that would happen. Usually it would be more the other way around, where Instagram is cutting off part of a picture versus Facebook.
Yeah, I just know that like the thing that I've posted on Instagram, it went over to Facebook and then it cut off the top of the invite. So anyway, that's so dumb. Like if they're going to scoot a picture over there, then like don't cut it off, because anyway, it crops it.
Yeah. So as a safe bet, like if you're ever going to do graphics, like try to keep everything in a square in the middle. You know, we're so used to working in this tall portrait style, and it doesn't, when it shows up on your grid, it's only going to be the square. And then, so just as a piece of it, don't put text too high or low in your image to avoid that problem.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right, Ali G, go ahead. You got a question? Your hand is raised.
Okay, I do.
Or the question in the chat.
Yeah, so with the hashtags, you are writing them on, are you adding them to stories and reels, and you're putting it right into can you add text later when you already post a story?
Not in a story, no. You wouldn't be able to change a text on the story, but you can add hashtags there.
You can add hashtags to a story that's already active.
No, once it's, because a story is like, it's just, they stay there for 24 hours and then they go away. So they're not, can't edit a story after it's posted. You could delete it.
You guys are adding these hashtags, those are to reels.
Usually in the caption. So in the part where you can write about, like, let's say you have a picture, like just a normal picture that you post, and you can write, you know, your caption on the picture. I usually put the hashtags at the bottom.
Okay, it's not in the picture. And do you try to, and you add hashtags as much as possible all the time?
I usually do like about 3 to 5 typically is what I usually do. And I try to keep it related. If I know, if I'm aware of something trending, or I looked up something trending, then I could do that. Or sometimes I see what other people's do and I'm like, let me try that. You know, I know when reels were brand new, I was trying to find out the hashtags that I could use, you know, for the reels, like trending reels, or, you know, just using that within the hashtags, all the different kind of stuff. So yeah, it just kind of depends a little bit, but that's where most people will put them. Some people put them in the comments. I know some people have like, they'll save like a bunch of hashtags that are really relevant to what they talk about on a consistent basis. And they'll have that saved in their phone on their notes, their quick notes. So that, and then you don't really want to post that on the caption. That would be better in the comments. Like the first comment, a lot of people do that, where they put a bunch of hashtags, like maybe 10 to 15, inside the first comment, and that could help get exposure.
Cool.
You had another question.
So are you guys sharing people's interviews that aren't having to do with you on your pages? Or no?
Like, what do you mean?
So if I interview Jared, like, or whoever interviews whoever, are you like, do people share other people's interviews on your page so people can see other people's, or do people just kind of only show their interviews?
I think most people, yeah, just kind of have theirs on there, because usually like the profile's like personal to you. Like, I mean, my Instagram name is my name, so for me, like it's mostly things, about in my life that I'm doing it that's related to me, kind of thing. So but I've shared other people's stuff sometimes, like I wouldn't maybe share a whole entire video, but I've taken videos that I think are relevant to me, and I'll share it on my page, and I'll tag them in it, so that like, I'll say like reposted by, or created by. And so I've done that since I started Instagram, like way back in the beginning. I was sharing other people's stuff, creating my own stuff. So that'd be a situation that I would share someone else's.
Do I have time to say one more thing or no?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. When I did an interview, I don't even know what I pressed. I thought I was doing it correctly, and it did not divide my screen. It didn't save both me at the top and the other person at the bottom. It looked like that for the duration of the whole interview, but then when it was posted, it was only the person I was interviewing on the whole screen. Do you know what button I pressed to do that, so that people know not to press that?
What platform was that? On Instagram or Facebook?
I think it must have been on Facebook.
I'm not aware of that happening. I always thought whatever is recorded is shows, and it's like a specific like setting where it's like top and bottom, like you were saying. I haven't seen it being any other way. Have you, Jared?
No, I don't know. Like throughout the whole interview, it was cutting back and forth. Frame you for.
You know what I actually received a call at the time, and I pressed, hang up for the call. So that may have done something, but actually, I don't know. It just, it showed the person I was interviewing for the whole time, not me. So I was, okay.
How long ago was it? Maybe I can look at it really quick.
It was at Adina's. So it was, I guess, a week and a half ago, maybe.
Okay, I'll see if someone has another question. I'll see if I can see and look at it and answer that
Maybe
for you.
Take the last few minutes of the call just to show how to do thumbnails.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. That's good.
So can you again, Kev?
Yeah.
So with the thumbnail image, so whether you do like a live interview or a reel, you want your Instagram feed, your grid to have a certain look, right? A certain aesthetic, so that when people arrive on your page, that they could see that, like, you don't just have, it's not just your face a whole bunch of time. So like I'll show you mine quickly. And I'm usually careful with putting a thumbnail. So for instance, like this one, Fitness February, that's just a portion of the video. Like I actually just chose that portion, but sometimes you want to make a custom one, like this one I did over here with the power shake on the top right. That's not actually in the video itself. I made that so that when it appears like on the feed here, like if I'm just doing explore, people, it might appear in this exploration feed, and someone's going to be more drawn to click on one that has text or something at least interesting there. So what you do is like, let's say I'm just going to make a quick reel. So I'm just going to use this stuff. Like, let's say I take this, I say add, I'll do all my text, yada, yada, yada. Let's say, and then when you click next, you're getting ready to write your caption. So this is where you would put your caption and hashtags potentially, or in the comment, and then see it says cover on the picture. So you could either choose your cover photo from the video itself, but if there's nothing that revealing in here or nothing that great that works as a thumbnail, then you click add from camera roll and you could actually choose one that you've made. So let's say you did your reel, you're like, oh shit, like I don't have a great frame from the actual video. Just save your reel as a draft, right? You click on the bottom there, save it so you can access it again later. And then find a picture, just take a screenshot from somewhere in the video. So I'm just gonna take this first one, take a screenshot of it. Okay, so now I have it saved. And then I'm gonna go and I can go out of here and then make a new story. So I'm just gonna add a story and then create the thumbnail here. Like just say like working out. Okay, and then what you wanna do is make it nice and big. You can use nicer colors than what I'm using, obviously, but make it big and then see there's these guides as you're going up and down, and it's going to butt up against the bottom guide or the top guide. Oh, I don't think it's showing, but just as a rule of thumb, don't imagine there's a square in the middle of your screen and you don't want to go above that square or below that square. Like I was telling Kim, keep it very centered, like here. And then I'd say tips. Okay, so like let's say this is the video, like this is the thumbnail I want to create. So this is a lot better than just an empty just a picture, right? So then I'd save this and then go back into my draft that I was making and then upload that as my thumbnail. So that way you're gonna have a much better looking grid and also more revealing kind of like description of what's in that video. So
how do you get to the draft?
How do you get access to the drafts?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go here. It's the same with lives too. So if you didn't post your live and you wanted to find it, you go here. So in here, and so for reels, you click the reel button at the bottom, and then I think up here, and then where is it? Hold on, reels. Oops. I think you go. Actually, sorry.
Go to your home page on your profile.
Yeah.
And then click on the reels. Go down the reels section, and then the drafts are right there.
Yeah. So the drafts appear here on the left side, and then all the ones that you saved as a draft will appear there. So I can load up that draft and then change my cover page to the one that I just made here, and then say done. Whoops, that work. Add from camera roll. And then see that's my new cover page. And then even though like see in that top left image, see how there's like lots of space, there's lots of blue on the top, lots of green on the bottom. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna crop that out in your feed. Like your feed looks like this. Everything's square in your feed. So don't put things too high or too low or it's gonna get cut off.
And you could also move it if it is too low or too high and you want it, you can adjust it up and down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to Ali G. I looked at that picture, that video that you were talking about right now, the one with you and Adina, and I think that's just some random glitch. Like I've never seen that before.
Mercury retrograde.
I mean, it just happens sometimes. I mean, I don't think that that's a setting or something that you can change. It kind of looks cool in a way. It kind of came out okay, but yeah.
Doing all kinds of fun stuff. I was like holding her hard ups, and I was like, "What? It didn't even go." What a rip!
That's funny. All right, so let's see. I think we're about near the end here. If there's any other questions, is we're at like an hour now, so I think we've pretty much got them all in. So I'll be sharing this recording with you guys, and if you have any other questions, you can ask us. And thank you guys so much. I hope this was helpful.
Awesome, guys. Keep rocking those social medias. You're doing awesome. Love y'all.